Hello and welcome to Sister Fitness, and today we're going to be doing a how to get started in your fitness journey video. Tips, advice, everything we can offer you to help your fitness journey start a little bit easier.
So we hope that you get loads of tips from this video. We're going to make sure it's not too long, so let's get straight into it.
So our number one tip to help you get started in a fitness journey is
mindset.
So why is mindset so important, Karadai?
I would say that mindset is a really imperative to starting your fitness journey because your body will take you as far as your mind will go, which is something that I live by. So when I'm working out, the only thing that carries me to that last rep is literally my voice in my head saying, you can do this, keep pushing, keep going. Because your body only, I've noticed that when I'm working out, my body only stops if I'm like, I can't do another one. So I would say that's the most important thing, because it's all in self-discipline that's going to keep you going and make sure you're staying consistent. It literally all starts with your mindset, because it's your brain that tells you, okay, it's time to work out, it's time to go to the gym, it's time to meal prep, make sure, or even if you're in the shop, I'm not going to buy that packet of crisps today because this is not the time, it's not the place.
I'm on my fitness journey.
It's either you want it or you don't. So mindset is the most important thing. So something I do is every morning, before I scroll through Instagram or social media, I make sure that I watch a motivational video. The ones I would recommend is anything from Eric Thomas.
Okay.
I would recommend is...
Why do you love Eric Thomas so much?
Because he's literally just like, he's that, you've probably seen one of his videos of when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. He's literally like, and that one of you owe you. So in that video, he's literally like, if you go to the shop and you order food, it's not what you ordered. You're ready to send the food back. Excuse me, this is not what I ordered. Or even if it tastes not the way you expected it to, you're ready to send it back. You want answers. You want answers as to why it's not what you asked for. But you don't demand the same from yourself. So you're saying, oh, I want this body, I want to lose weight, I want to gain muscle, but everybody's yet to see you put in the work to get there. But you'll never turn to yourself and say, why haven't you done this? Why haven't you gotten up at the time you said you was gonna get? You said you was gonna get up. Why haven't you woken up and gone to the gym? Why haven't you eaten healthier this week? Okay. Why are you in the line at McDonald's waiting to get your third Big Mac of the week? Literally. So he says, you said such that you owe you, and when you want to succeed, as far as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
Videos.
Yeah.
You owe you, and when you want to breathe as much as you want to succeed.
When you want to breathe.
They'll be in the link.
No, when you want to succeed as bad as you need to breathe, then you'll be successful. I don't know, but if you type it in,
we'll put the links in the description box, so just go down there if you want to have a look at the two videos that she mentioned for mindset. And that was our number one tip, is mindset.
Yeah.
Setting your mind to be able to hit the goals you want. And the fitness journey, if your fitness journey is something that is what you want, is important to you, then you need to set your mind on that goal.
Definitely.
And make smart goals as well. So tip number 2 is experiment with what gets you to the gym. So what gets me to the gym? When I was actually struggling, so initially before I would go with friends, when I first started out going to the gym, because I was working at a gym, and so it wasn't really a struggle for me to get to the gym because I was there working. And then after I finished that, the time I most struggled with going to the gym, I got a PT. Now, I know exactly kind of what I wanted to do at the gym, but the problem with me was actually getting to the gym. And because I identified the problem which was stopping me from, hitting the fitness goals that I wanted at the time, I found the thing that was meant to take me out of the rut I was in. And it's just because I had gotten out of the routine of going to the gym, of eating healthy, and it's just one thing after the other. When you don't go to the gym, then it's easier to eat something bad, and then it just carries on like that. So I found what the thing that could take me out of the rut, like I mentioned, and that was getting a PT. Now, where I live, the PTs was more expensive than I wanted to pay initially, but I wanted someone that was close to where I live and also that was good. Now, obviously, the payment of a PT is something that is can be a barrier for some people, but I think whether you're not going to take a PT, whether you're going to do classes or join a gym or do home workouts or whatever it is you're going to do, there's going to be a sacrifice element in that goal. If there's no sacrifice in the goal, then the goal is not a big enough goal as far as I'm concerned. That was a gem dropped. Okay. And as far as I know, there isn't a goal that I have tried to achieve that doesn't require sacrifice. And so for me, getting the PT and being able to see my goal achieved was something that I was willing to do to hit it. So what I did was get a PT once a week, and in my mind frame I was thinking, well, if I have someone that's waiting for me, that is there when I've set a time, then I can't let that person down, I can't be late, so I have to be at the gym. And doing that enabled me then to get back into the routine of going to the gym, which then led me to doing more times a week at the gym. But I knew that I had that one day, 1 hour every week to be able to go with my personal trainer, and she would help me with obviously all the reps I was doing, all of the exercises. She would think of the exercises, and then all I had to do was go there and literally just perform the exercises, which for me at the time, you want to take out as many barriers as you can, so you can actually just get the task done. And my task was getting to the gym more regularly. That was what my goal was. And so it had to take out the barrier. So her being there was something that took out a barrier for me. Her setting up the equipment so that all I had to do was just perform took out another barrier for me. That was when I was in my deepest struggle of getting to the gym. That was the thing that helped me. Yeah. And yourself, Karadai?
So I would definitely agree with that second tip of just finding what motivates you, because like for me, I prefer to work out individually, but I know like my friend, she prefers to work out with somebody. And for you said just having somebody there, like a class, or knowing that there's someone there waiting for you. So literally just finding out, you'll have to experiment to find out what is your thing that motivates you. So mine was, as I said in the first tip, was mindset. So this is literally just making a decision that this is what I want. There's only one way to get it, which is through consistency. And it's either I want it or I don't want it. If I don't want it, then stop lying to my own self that, oh, you want this, telling everyone, this is my body goal. And then I'm only putting in half the effort to actually get there. Or saying, or I'll be good for like 1 week, I'm going every week, 2 to 3 times a week, then the next week, I was good last week, let me take this week off. Or when your muscle is aching, that's what with the first tip of mindset is that's what's making sure you're disciplined is what's going to make sure that you're pushing through the pain. So if your thing might be classes, so maybe try book a few classes if that's not what works for you. Because I did try that, but it was like I would book it and I wouldn't even go. So,
okay. But it's basically experimenting with what works for you. Try book a class. If that doesn't work, try getting a PT. If that doesn't work, try going by yourself. If that doesn't work, you can try online exercise classes, or maybe even a different type of exercise. Some people like cardio, very high intensity workouts. Some people like yoga, which is more mellow, which is to do with strength, flexibility, but also is resistant strength, but it's your own body strength you're using. So it's just a matter of experimenting with the different little notches, notch here, just to be able to see which is the right balance for your individual journey.
Or even another thing that you can try also is just try the bare minimum of getting consistent with YouTube workouts, because there's a lot of free workouts on YouTube, which we have a few if you check our earlier videos. But trying to get, so it is, we know the time that we're in now, we was in lockdown for about 3 months, and I used that time to get consistent with working out at least 4 to 5 times a week. So, and that was literally just through YouTube videos. And once I got consistent with that, once the lockdown was lifted, because I had been so consistent for weeks, it felt odd to not work out, like to go more than a day or 2 without working out. So then it was easier for me to transfer that to, okay, instead of working out at home, I'll go to the gym, and just, because it's easier we live in London, so there's usually a gym that's not too far. So, yeah.
Our third tip is experimenting with actually the times you like to work out. Now, for us, well, for me personally, working out at night was something that, you know, has really worked with my lifestyle. And I have tried to force myself to try and work out in the mornings, because for me, when you're on Instagram or when you're on YouTube and people are saying that they're waking up at 4 a.m. and doing, you know, 500 days of workouts before it even hits 7 o'clock. And I know for me, I am a night owl. I do my best work at night. And so I go to bed later, which means I wake up later, which means that I was sacrificing sleep to try and fit in to this, you know, to this ideal that I was, you know, trying to work out, rather than working with my body and the lifestyle that I have at the moment. So for me right now, what works is doing evening workouts, like around 7, 8 o'clock, and I'll have dinner before I work out, and then I'll go to the gym, and then have a shower, go to sleep, and then that will be it. I have a nice deep sleep, waking up bright and ready in the morning. But other people when they have too much stimulus before they go to sleep, that, you know, carries them, which means they can't sleep. Whereas some people can get stimulated, and that promotes them to sleep. So if that is the case for you, then working out in the mornings, opposite to me, would be best, because if you get energized once you've done a workout, and you can then keep that going through the day, then that working out in the morning would work for you. Or even working out in the afternoon. Some people do a bit of work in the morning, have afternoon in the gym for maybe an hour, half an hour, whatever time they have, and then they go back to work, and then they have the rest of their day. But you really need to just figure out what time of the day is, you know, it best suits your lifestyle and can get you into the gym consistently, or get you working out consistently. And
because I'm one of the morning people, so I've always been a person to wake up early, so I usually am up by at least 7:30. I try to wake up by 6, because I work better when I work out in the morning, because I feel like that sets the tone for the rest of my day, and it's like, okay, I've got that out of the way, and I can really get into like any work I've got to do for that day. But I know for some people, they prefer the afternoon, just because they're not like a morning person. So it's not that, as you said, it's not something that you should force yourself, because that's the general consensus is if you're not up by 8, 7 o'clock, you're failing.
Yeah, basically. So you feel like by 9 o'clock, if you haven't hit the gym, had your breakfast, done your hour of motivation, then you've basically failed through the day.
Yeah.
And it sets a negative tone through the day. But as you were
even just being able to just be like, okay, I've realised this is where I work best. And if that is the morning, the afternoon, or the evening, then once you've identified that time, you can figure out how to fit the rest of your day around your optimal workout time. So if it is the afternoon, then you would make sure, if mine was the afternoon, then I would make sure, okay, I need to make sure I've had my meal, make sure I've had my breakfast, and I've done any work I needed to get done. I've booked any appointments before, let's say I'm going to work out at 3 o'clock. I need to have all that done by 3 o'clock because this is my workout time.
Yeah.
Because I've got goals to reach.
Exactly.
So that goes back again to self-discipline. It's the foundation for everything.
Yeah.
And tip number 4 is nutrition. So I live by the 80-20 rule, which is any fitness goal you have, whether that's to gain muscle, lose weight, maintain, 80% of that is literally in the kitchen. So, and then 20% is the actual workout, the fitness side. So just trying to find the healthier alternatives of your favorite meals.
Yeah.
Just even switching out the basic things of switching out your white bread for whole wheat brown bread, switching out your white pasta, your white rice for whole wheat bread, whole wheat pasta, or brown rice. Yeah, things like that, like small little changes like that. And also, if it is to lose weight, for example, then making sure you're sticking to only 3 meals a day and setting yourself a calorie bar that you cannot surpass. And that will all go back to, again, the nutrition side. So even getting yourself into an eating routine, setting healthier eating habits, I think that even if it was to get, so if I was starting my fitness journey today, I would definitely start the 2, I would say for me, we can say both what's most important. So the 2 most important for me is nutrition and mindset. Because, so let's say you want abs, so one of my goals is to make sure I have those popping abs, that I don't have to tense, you know. It can begin to be quite painful when you're already sucking your stomach in.
Yeah.
So nutrition, like abs are made in the kitchen. So nutrition, and then making sure my mindset is at its peak so that I'm able to self-discipline myself to stay on top of my eating, and then that will flow into disciplining myself to work out 5 times a week, or if I'm not, or to get to the gym. So those would be like my most 2 to start with, would be the most important, I think.
And if I was starting my fitness journey from today, knowing what I know now, I would definitely get a personal trainer. And that's the reason I would say for me is, like I mentioned before, is because having someone there that is there to keep you motivated, that keeps you pushing, really helps me. And that's sort of the biggest sort of, you know, I was able to get into a quick routine because I had a PT that was there, that is there, essentially it's their job to be able to be there on time, make sure that you're doing what you said that you're going to do. And because they have the knowledge as well, they can give you tips in terms of nutrition, in terms of things that you are unsure about, and, you know, helping you just to make that better decision in terms of your fitness. And to just, it's an extension of your PT session, because once you leave their session and you are, you know, eating bad foods, that can undo what you've just done in the gym. If you're losing 500 calories in the gym, and then you go and eat a 500 calorie meal, and you have no other gym session scheduled that day. And the second one I would say would be definitely looking at labels and understanding the proteins, the carbs, and the fats that are in the foods that you're eating. And so looking at labels for me has really changed my eating habits, and it makes the things of changing from white bread to whole meal a lot easier when you see the difference of each of the foods that you're consuming. So checking the label is something that I would recommend you start doing now, especially if it's something you want to build on your fitness journey in whichever way that you want to do it. Knowing what you're eating can obviously give you confidence with, you know, putting foods together, especially if you're a person that cooks for yourself, or cooks for your family, or cooks for people. Then knowing what you're eating, and obviously knowing what you're giving other people, will really make better decisions in terms of your fitness journey as well. So my 2 is personal trainer and looking at the label, knowing what you're eating. Thank you for staying with us for a few minutes while we explain to you how to start your fitness journey. We wish you luck if it's something that you're embarking on.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, like we said, just write in the comments below. Ask us below. We're both fitness instructors, certified, and so we can help you answer any sort of questions or things that you have to get started on your fitness journey.
Or you can shoot us a message on our Instagram page, which is Sister Fitness IG. Yes, it says IG at the end because you know how hard it can be to find an available username. And while you're on our Instagram page, you can give us a follow. And also, while you're on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and tune into our next video.
Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care and have a great day.
Bye.